Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Gigi Jackson, I don't know if you know this, CJ, youngest player in the NBA, does not turn 20 until December of this year. He was the 45th pick in last year's draft. He becomes the first teenager, I believe, to be named to an all-rookie team without having been a first-round pick. Shout out Gigi Jackson.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hart, live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
We have another edition. This will be the third edition of the Debate Club. You guys are going to sell a shoe to Mr. Bennett Doyle, our producer over here.
Oh, yeah.
I saw these.
Go.
I've seen these.
I saw these on social media, too.
It's the perfect house shoe.
I know, right?
Like, yeah, it's not even a house shoe. I bet you they're really comfortable. You know, you heard of unisex. This is unifoot.
Oh, my God.
The Sneak Fest Show, live Tuesdays at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
36.5 vertical?
Watch your head.
Yeah, you said it was 44.
You sure I said it?
36 and a half.
36 and a half is big.
36 and a half. I've got bench press here.
18 times.
17.
Okay.
You always have to put a little barbecue
It's
sauce.
all barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce on the wings.
The Chris Vernon Show, presented by Caesars Sportsbook, live weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Live from the Bill Ford Tough Studio at FedEx Forum, it's the Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South, on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Gary Parrish.
Welcome into the Built for Tough studio. You're watching the Gary Parrish Show. I am not Gary Parrish, although I slicked my hair back today in hopes that I would look a little bald so that I could trick people into thinking
nice.
I was Gary. Welcome into
I
the
like
studio.
that move.
Me and Bennett are back at it today. We've got a action-packed full show. We're going to start by talking about last night's game. We will have Jessica Benson in studio after the first break, and then, of course, after the second break. My favorite part, we're going to do 5 more things. Bennett only knows a few of the 5 more things.
I think I have one of the 5 things.
Yeah, I allowed you.
I'll kick off 5 more things you need to know, and then I'll let KJ have the rest of it.
Number 5 is always my favorite, so stay tuned for that. We have a
Okay.
real life. Did you watch the show Suits?
No. Isn't that Meghan Markle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have like a real life suits thing
scenario
happening.
playing
Yeah.
out.
Funny. And then, of course, we'll have GP's carryout. We'll get out of here, and we'll go enjoy our rainy weekend.
Let's go.
All right. Let's do it. So last night, we finally got the answers we all wanted.
Is it the answers we all wanted?
It's the answers we were all searching for. Who will play in this year's NBA Finals? I was cheering for the Mavs. No, I was cheering for the Timberwolves. What am I saying?
I was going to say, who are you?
Because I really liked the Timberwolves and the Denver Nuggets. And so obviously neither of them are there. The final score was 124 to 103. Ant and Kat both had 28, but obviously that was not good enough because by halftime they were down by 20. And I'm sure a lot of people tuned out even by half. And then Kyrie and Luka both had 36 at the end of the game. Luka went 6 for 10 from 3. He had 10 rebounds. He was outrageous. I saw Chris Vernon tweeting that Luka was on fire. Did you watch the game?
I did. Honestly, was surprised. I mean, and listen, when you watched the TNT guys, they were shocked too. Like, I think it was over at halftime. The game was over. I mean, Luka comes out. He can't miss anything. I don't like tooting my own horn. Yes, I do. I've been saying this dude is the best player in the world. And he just continues to show it. He was unguardable last night. Like, he decided as soon as that game tipped off, he was going to take it over. He was going to lead them to the NBA Finals. And it's exactly what happened. Like, you can't – the reason that I say that, too, that he's the best player in the world, and I know that's obviously smarter people than I can argue why that's not true at all. But the reason I think he is because he is the only player, in my opinion, that can play the game at his pace and you cannot change it. Like, he's going to play the game his way, and you're not going to be able to speed him up or slow him down. It's going to be his pace the whole time, no matter what. And he's just able to find his spots.
Yeah, Luka has been in my nightmares before. I got to be honest with you. Like, the way that every time he's in FedEx Forum, we have to watch him diabolically take over. That's really pisses me off.
That's the thing is, like, when you watch him, when you think of, like, great players in NBA history, like, guys that come in here, when I'm looking at it through a Grizzlies perspective, like, guys that would come in here that it was like, okay, I'm scared of that dude. You know, Kobe,
yeah,
LeBron,
yeah,
just all the who's who, right? Steph, yes, guys that when they start going, when they get going, it's like, oh boy, here we go. And he's one of those guys.
Yeah.
To me, he's one of those guys that it's like when he starts hitting, like, dude, he was hitting threes from the freaking logo. I was like, okay.
Bro,
like,
I will never forget. Was it 2 years ago? It was during the pandemic when we could only have a couple fans.
Yes.
And he hit that freaking three at the buzzer that he had like 7 people on him. It was like a step back, 1 foot. Like, that's when my nightmares about Luka began.
Yeah. So he's awesome. And honestly, I was really surprised just how Minnesota went out. Like, that team, I thought this was their year. When they won that Denver series, it was like, okay, this is the year for them. They got to get it done, and they had nothing for Dallas.
When they played Dallas and they got down 3 and they won that one game, and they came out yesterday and were down by 20, 30 points at half, Bennett, do you think they were satisfied simply not being swept?
I think that no.
They didn't come out with the same fire that they did.
I mean,
Game 4.
One thing that was weird was, and again, we talked about how Anthony Edwards is using a lot of energy on the defensive end in this series, and that clearly ended up being a big problem for him. But he was not, these past couple games, it didn't feel like he was looking for his shot that much. And you want to get your teammates involved and whatnot, but
I mean, he's still at 28 points.
I know, but we've seen this guy have 40-point performances and wins in these playoffs and big games. Like, I don't know. This series, it just felt different, and it felt like that there were times when he was a little more passive than he needed to be. And I think that's going to change as he gets older and his career goes along. Like, we've seen Luka have struggles in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
So
I just think, like, when you're like the player on a team,
yeah.
And I'm just bringing it closer to home because that's the experience that I have with the Memphis Grizzlies.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we haven't gone as far as we would like to go, but when his back is on the wall, when it's like a game where you need to win, John Morant comes out and has a 30, 40-point game.
Yes.
Like, you have to be aware, like, yes, get your teammates involved. Yes, obviously it's a team sport, but when your back's against the wall, it's you.
Yeah, like that game last night, if you're Anthony Edwards, you have to come out and try to cram one on someone within the first couple minutes of the game and set it. Yeah, absolutely. And he just didn't do that these past couple games. Yeah, I felt so bad for, like, the Timberwolves fans too, because it felt so much like when the Grizzlies went to the Western Conference Finals all those years back and got swept by the Spurs. Mm-hmm. Like, it was like so exciting to get there.
Your hopes are so high.
Oh my God. And I know that Timberwolves won a game, but you're so excited to get there and you're like, oh my God.
Like,
is
you
this
beat the
our
Denver
year?
Nuggets. You beat the team that was favored to win.
Yeah.
You're like, okay.
Right. Is this our
time.
year? This is destiny. Like, we're gonna get this done this year. And then to get there and it just not even be close. Mm-hmm. That's tough. And so then you go into next season. Like, the Timberwolves have a promising future, but they do have salary cap issues with that team. I mean, that team is unless they make some trades, that's going to be their team next year. The team that we just saw, which might be good enough. You know, things happen, injuries happen. Like if that team's fully healthy and
Who don't they have?
what do you mean?
If the team's fully healthy, who don't they have right now? They are fully healthy, and they
No,
weren't good enough.
I'm saying the other teams. Like if they run into other teams that have injury issues, like they may get lucky, right? But maybe that team that they have right now currently constructed is good enough to win a championship. Just as Anthony Edwards matures and improves and gets older.
They get their chemistry.
Yeah, but they do have salary cap issues. Mike Conley's getting older. He's got another year left on that deal, I think. And then, you know, do you think that Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert, like, is that going to work going forward? It did for a long stretch of these playoffs, but it clearly did not in this series at all. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's just maybe a matchup problem, and maybe next year you get a better matchup all the way to the NBA Finals. Who knows? But I don't think that it's crystal clear that the future is so bright for the Timberwolves. That's like what you saw so much of last night. I don't know if that's necessarily true. That's not a young basketball team. They have a young superstar. They're not a young team by any means. They have a lot of vets on that team. So we'll see.
Can we rewind a little bit? We're talking about future.
Yes,
Can we bring
yes.
it back to last night?
Let's go.
Because some fun stuff happened, and there are some fun storylines at least going into the finals. Can we chat?
What's up?
Okay, yesterday, I don't know if you follow PJ Washington or if you saw it on Twitter, but he went live in the locker room after the game.
Yeah.
You saw?
Yes.
You saw Tyler Hero?
Yes.
So I think this is so funny.
The
So
Charlotte dig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I love that, like, things like this, you see that these NBA players are real human beings. And so you see that they're friends outside. Obviously, Tyler Hero is on the Miami Heat, and he commented on the live and said, how'd you go from Charlotte to the NBA Finals? Like, you really got out the mud, which I think is just so funny because Tyler Hero is just such like a little, you know, little gnat.
Yep.
So I think that's really funny. And then the minute I saw that, they were laughing at it, I woke up to Twitter kind of laughing at Grant Williams. They put a picture of him smiling in a Mavs jersey, a picture of him smiling in a Boston Celtics jersey, and they're like, oh my God, this guy waking up this morning.
His last two teams, and he gets moved because he's in Charlotte now, right? Yeah, that was the PJ Washington trade.
If Dallas wins, Grant will still get a ring.
Oh,
But does that ring like mean as much?
Has it ever meant something? Like when you think about that, because that's happened with other guys where guys have gotten a ring because they were with a team for so long and they didn't win it in that season, but because they were a part of that group for so long, they got
Well,
their
that's not how it works.
honorary ring.
That's not how it works.
What do you mean?
Because he was part of it this season is how it works. You have to be part, like, for example, DeMar DeRozan didn't get a ring when the Raptors won, even though he's part of it for a while. But, for example, JV did because JV was on the team for, it's like a certain amount of time in that season.
And because it was a trade at the trade deadline, he meets the threshold to still get a ring. I don't like that at all.
But he was still part of the team.
I thought it was like a legacy thing.
No.
Oh, no, I don't like that at all. You shouldn't get a ring. Sorry.
You don't think? He was part of the team this year.
Nah, man. Playoffs and
he was part of the Mavs this year.
Nah. Playoffs and regular season are different.
He helped get wins at the beginning of the year that put you in a position to be seated where you are in the playoffs.
Where? Sixth? Where were they?
I don't know.
I think they were like the 6th seed. He didn't even get them set up that great. No,
you don't like that?
I don't like that.
Would you accept the ring if you like? You're Grant Williams.
Because
I think it was last year or the year before. It was Torrey Craig who. It was like either team that wins. It was like the Nuggets or whoever the hell else it was last year. Whoever that was, he was going to get a ring no matter what, and he was on neither team. So it's like kind of the same thing with Grant Williams this year. Obviously not with Boston Celtics because he wasn't on their team this year. But, like, do you accept that ring if you're that player?
I mean, I think, sure. Yeah.
Do you show it off?
You can pawn it. Yeah.
Pawn it?
Yeah. I mean, it's valuable, right? There's diamonds in those things.
Yeah, those things are expensive.
Yeah, yeah. Rings are valuable.
But you don't, like...
No, you don't feel the same. No way. Like, you can't wear that ring. Like, yeah, you can't wear that ring
if you're not on the championship team?
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You just can't do that. No.
Okay.
What do you think about the finals?
Okay, yeah, finals. The number one thing that comes to my head, like, I think about the finals, I'm like, okay, Boston versus Mavs, Boston versus Mavs. I'm like, okay, Kyrie's back in Boston. That's the number one thing. Kyrie's going to go attempt to beat the Celtics in the finals. And that makes me very excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a fun match.
And Porzingis the other way.
If he plays, do we even know that he's going to play?
Kyrie?
No, Porzingis.
No, but I'm just saying, like,
That
Kyrie's
he's
the main
there.
one, and then I'm like, oh, wait, and they have
And then there's like
the other way as well.
The reports that Luka and Porzingis don't like each other. That's kind of interesting. No, it'll be
Spicy?
interesting. Yeah, I think it's going to be.
That first game, because the first game will be at Boston.
Yeah, next Thursday, I believe.
So the first game, when Kyrie steps on that Celtics court, I think is going to be really spicy and fun.
Yeah.
In the NBA Finals.
Yeah. No, it's going to be a good series, I think. The TNT guys all picked Boston last night, which they're the best team all season.
They've been the best team this entire year.
I don't think it's I think that's totally reasonable to pick the Celtics to hoist the trophy.
Yeah.
But man, I think that Luka factor and Kyrie too, I think they're going to have something to say.
Luka's made it very hard to bet against him this playoffs.
Yeah.
Another fun fact about the finals is the last time the Mavs made the finals, the starting point guard.
2013, right?
The starting point guard was Jason Kidd.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who is now the coach.
Yep.
Who, for the second year in a row,
that was
in the
his
finals,
second stint with the Mavs, I think, too. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
For the second year in a row, the NBA is going to have 2 black head coaches in the finals, which I think is really cool as well.
How about that?
Yeah. Jason Kidd, Joe Mazzulla, head to head.
It's pretty good, too. I mean, you've got 2 big markets. Like, you're going to get a lot of eyeballs on this one. I think the league probably likes this finals. I think Dallas is clearly unexpected. I don't think anybody thought they were going to make the NBA Finals.
What did they say? This is like the 7th year that we're going to have like a new champion. Like we haven't had the same champion in 7 years. Like
right. Yeah, parity. This league's got parity. Maybe it'll be us next year. Let's keep the trend going.
Knock on wood. Knock on it.
Yeah, let's keep that trend going. Yeah. No, I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be a good finals.
Place your bet right now.
I'm
Not an actual bet. We work for an NBA team. Place your.
I'll say.
Who do you think is going to win?
I'm going to say just because I stuck with
Luka.
No, I think he's the best player in the world. But the Celtics are clearly the best team in the league this year. I mean, the record speaks for itself, and how they're just dismantling these teams in the playoffs. I'll say.
I mean, they had the Pacers.
I'm gonna say Mavs in 7. I'll say Mavs in 7.
Clip it.
Yeah, Mavs in 7. What do you think?
I don't.
You don't want to pick.
I mean, I'm gonna go Celtics. I'll go Celtics in 6.
This is mean. I'm not, I'm kind of a Boston hater, just like as a Baltimore Orioles fan. I hate the Red Sox. Like, I don't like the Patriots. I'm not a Boston guy.
So Celtics were my second my second team that I liked because my best friend was drafted to them.
Okay.
So I had Celtics gear.
Okay.
I went to Celtics games.
Yep, got it.
Obviously, he's not there anymore. But I like the Celtics. Green's my favorite color.
I feel you. I think there would be something really satisfying about them losing a Game 7 at home in the NBA Finals.
You're a sadist.
Yeah. I mean, dude, they've won. They have so much history. They have all the titles. Like,
oh, my God, yes. Paul Pierce will be so annoying if they win.
I think a Game 7 loss, that would be pretty satisfying.
You're kind of selling me on it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting sold
like
on
Luka doing what he did last night in Boston for a Game 7, that would be pretty satisfying.
Who's the baby now?
Yeah. I like that.
Okay, you know what? You've sold me. I'm going to say that I think Boston will win in 6, but I'm going to stay with Bennett and say that I want, like, head and heart different.
Mm-hmm.
Head.
Yeah.
Boston in 6. Heart. Mavs in 7.
Not even Luka. Kyrie doing that to them in a Game 7.
Kyrie stepping on the logo after he wins the championship.
Yeah, that's a story. By the
That's
way, why did
crazy.
Michael Finley steal Luka's beer last night? Let that man celebrate the Western Conference
You know
Finals
what?
win.
No, he knows. He knows.
You can't crack a beer yet.
No, it's not time yet, Luka. We need you to be tip-top shape, and we know that Luka can drink a beer or 2.
Okay, in fairness, like a lot of these guys have a beer like after every game, so
Yeah, well,
crap.
Luka's a little different.
Is he?
Yeah, because people are always like, "Oh, Luka's out of shape." So he just has to make sure.
It doesn't matter.
And how do we know that wasn't Luka's like 18th beer, and the coach was just like, Maybe
Take it easy, dude.
We still gotta get you gotta get you home.
Whatever. All right, let's bring JB in here.
JB.
We'll talk to her in just a second.
Yeah, we're gonna take a really quick break. I'm gonna go beat up Bennett, and we'll be back.
I think we have the college basketball title futures. UConn's #1.
I really like Houston. I'd have them winning it all, but you can't be giving Drake jerseys. What is wrong with you?
Maybe the Drake curse is stronger in college basketball.
How long has he been riding with Kentucky?
He wore an Alabama jersey and Saban retired.
The Odds Couple with Rob Fisher, Lang Whitaker, John Roser, and CJ Hurt live Thursdays at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
If you look at it, as far as the number 9 pick over the years, there's been some pretty good players that have surfaced at number 9. Of course, Dirk Nowitzki, who won a championship. There's been a lot of great guys, but who knows if there is a great guy in this draft.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizzbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
I think we have the college basketball title futures. UConn's #1.
I really like Houston. I'd have them winning it all, but you can't be giving Drake jerseys. What is wrong with you?
Maybe the Drake curse is stronger in college basketball.
How long has he been riding with Kentucky?
He wore an Alabama jersey and Saban retired.
The Odds Couple with Rob Fisher, Lang Whitaker, John Roser, and CJ Hurt live Thursdays at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Hey Grizzlies fans, turn your stadium excitement into betting action at Southland Casino Hotel. As a proud sponsor of the Memphis Grizzlies, Southland brings you more gaming action than ever before. Step onto our massive casino floor stretching more than 2.5 football fields. Slot enthusiasts can enjoy more than 2,300 machines from penny slots to high limits and play the hottest games like Aristocrat, Dollar Storm, Cloverlink, and Lightning Cash. Table game aficionados can feel the thrill of the felt with 50 live table games. From 3-card to blackjack match, we're ready to deal you in. Plus, don't miss stadium gaming for an interactive digital experience. And for high rollers, our high limit room is calling your name. Go big on 6 high limit blackjack tables or spin one of our 54 high stakes slot machines. Throw in 8 delicious dining options and a 300-room high-rise hotel, and there's plenty to keep you going. At Southland Casino Hotel, the gaming excitement never stops.
Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
36.5 vertical? Watch your head.
Yeah, you said it was 44.
You sure I said that?
36 and a half.
36 and a half is big.
36 and a half. I've got bench press here.
18 times.
17.
Okay.
You always have to put a little barbecue
It's
sauce.
all barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce on the wings.
The Chris Vernon Show, presented by Caesars Sportsbook, live weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Parrish Show. I am Kelcey Wright Johnson. Bennett is still here. Also, so is Jessica Benson.
It's me, Jessica. I've been playing Super Mario Brothers, so every time I exist, I just hear Mario.
Every time I exist. Is it like a thing?
Yeah.
What?
It's our thing. I just purposely keep it off. So
I know, she does on
move it and
purpose.
just test him. Make sure he's on his capital P producer game.
That's right. That's right. That's what I'm here for.
Jessica is the host of the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt every weekday at 8 a.m. She's here to drink a beer with us like Luca.
Ooh.
How are you, Jess?
I think Luca should wait on the beer.
So do I.
I actually think it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, Bennett said no.
No,
My
I disagree.
first response was, this is a grown man. Don't babysit him with a beer. But then I remembered, do you remember when the Cleveland Browns did that whole shtick where the beers were locked in the victory fridge and the victory fridges of free beer did not open until the Cleveland Browns finally won a game?
Yes.
Okay, well, obviously
At
for
the
the
bar
Mavs, they
next
have
to the
won
stadium.
games, but they want to win it all. And so you could have like a little Luca victory fridge and fill it with his favorite beers. And he knows all you have to do, win 4 more, and the victory beers are yours.
Okay.
I think it's good motivation. It's like a little dangling carrot.
The reason that I don't care is because what I was saying to her is like these dudes, a lot of these dudes drink a beer like after every single game, anyways.
Fine.
So why are you stopping yourself just because
the victory beers?
The victory beer.
that was an expensive beer he was drinking. That was like an IPA. That wasn't just like a Miller Lite.
He's not dousing in
simple
Miller Lite.
Yeah, that was definitely a celebration beer. It's a good point. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Lock him up.
Lock him up.
Yeah.
All right, Bennett.
Sorry.
Bennett is going to be the host of this segment. So.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Where do we want to begin? Let's start with your Game Boy that you brought in the studio today.
I have my Game Boy.
So this is an app that you can download, and you have a Game Boy now on your iPhone.
I do. I've been playing Super Mario Brothers 3. When the game got out of control quickly last night, I popped up my Super Mario Brothers 3, and I was like, doo-doo-doo.
So I've been playing Game Boy a lot lately too. My wife bought me this.
Did you buy your wife something yesterday?
I'm going to today.
Wow.
I've been sick.
You're
and
a bad
ill,
husband.
okay?
So you couldn't buy a book yesterday.
No, okay. I didn't want to go to the store. All right. I'm frail.
Have you ever heard of Amazon?
I'm not
unfamiliar with her.
I don't want to get into that discussion. I'm not a big Amazon guy.
You try not to
Honestly,
order?
you would be someone who doesn't like Amazon because there's no reason to not like Amazon other than just to be
there's plenty of reasons. Yeah,
but like none that are going to keep me from using it.
Yeah.
I don't like ordering anything that I want and having it here the next day.
Thank you for
I hate convenience. I'm Bennett.
They only killed off like half the brick and mortar stores in this country. So
I'm
just
Bennett.
throwing that out there.
I care about brick and mortar stores.
I
care
sure
about
do.
labor.
Yeah.
I care about the workers.
Amazon, you don't think Amazon has employees?
No, they do. But like workers' rights. I just want to make sure they're okay. I watched a documentary once.
Well, don't watch the documentary.
Yeah. Have you ever seen
But I do need to order something on Amazon right now. Not Nomadland. What an artsy deep cut.
No, but anyways, I don't trust it. I don't just
To buy a book to make your wife happy.
If I'm gonna buy a book, I'm gonna go to the bookstore and get it.
You're so annoying.
That's actually great. I wish that I did
local bookstore.
Shout out Novel.
I love Novel.
Love Novel.
I go there for all my presents.
I love Amazon.
I love my iPhone where I just press download book and then I read it on my little phone. I just saw an eye doctor this week and I asked if it was damaging my eyes to be reading my books on my phone.
He said no.
You're fine.
Perfect.
You're young.
Yeah.
Great.
So my wife got me this. It's like a Game Boy. It is a Game Boy, but it has like 100 games on it of the old games, and I play it all the time now. It's awesome.
What's your favorite game?
Probably Super Mario 3.
It is
simple. So good. It is so good.
To remember, like getting up on those little green tubes and when you press down and it shoots you into some place where there's like an extra level, or if you're jumping on the extra bouncy music note blocks and it shoots you into the clouds and it's the same thing. There's just something very simple, and playing it on the phone, there's a little bit of a glitchiness to it. Like you'll be in the middle of a level and you're like, I swear I pressed the button, and you lose. And my competitive nature has, like, Chris grabbed me by the hand yesterday and just said, chill. This is Super Mario Brothers 3 on your phone. But I also really wanted the Timberwolves to win last night just for #content.
So you were upset either way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super Mario 3 is awesome too because it plays like a movie and you get the map. Mm-hmm. The map is amazing. The map, I love looking at it. Yeah, it's so fun to move around.
The little raccoon tail.
Yeah. The shooting the fireballs, all that good stuff. So yeah, shout out Super Mario Brothers 3, an amazing game. All right, next topic.
That was a good transition.
Yeah, we're going to break down Furiosa for the next 10 minutes. No, we won't. I'll spare you.
Did you enjoy it?
I did enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you
worth seeing in theaters? No. We might go this weekend.
Absolutely worth seeing in theaters.
Okay.
Bennett would say anything was worth seeing it in theaters, though.
I also would say most things. But actually not everything. But there are some movies. Like I saw The Fall Guy in theaters, and I think I loved it.
You liked it?
I saw it in theaters. Yes, I did.
I liked it too.
I had a grand time.
And then yesterday when we were talking about it on Chris Vernon, the whole chat was like, Kelcey, you're stupid.
Yeah,
that was
some
a
people
dumb
have
movie.
really hated on it. I don't understand.
Because it's not supposed to be a serious movie.
Exactly.
I'm glad we're having this discussion.
It knows what it
Screw
wants
basketball.
to be.
Yeah.
It is not trying to be anything but a dumb stunt movie with a little rom-com on the side. And it's self-aware. And my only critique is it's a little too long.
Okay.
I had a couple points in the middle where I was like, I looked at my clock.
Let's move this along.
Let's move the storyline. And my other thing, I think they could have cast the villain better. I did not love Hannah Waddingham in that role.
Okay.
I also learned, did you know that Apple doesn't allow villains to use iPhones in movies? Like if you're the bad guy, you can't. This is a Reddit theory. This is not proven fact. Let me be clear. But there's a deep theory that Apple doesn't allow bad guys to use iPhones. And guess what that character used in The Fall Guy? An Android. And guess what Ryan Gosling used? An iPhone.
How about that?
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a tough start to the summer
Yes.
blockbuster season.
Have you seen Fall Guy?
No, and I
think you would like it.
And I want to see it.
It's funny.
I need to go
Everyone's
see
like, it's not a real drama. I'm like, yeah, no, it's not.
Everyone
No
I
one
know
said
that
it
saw it
is.
said it's good.
It's also not a comedy. Like there are funny lines
I
that are
giggled.
delivered well. So did I. I just think Ryan Gosling is unbelievably
like him too.
charming. Like I think he is a true movie star and has continued to emerge. And I'm shocked that he wasn't able to ride the Barbie wave into this also having a bigger box office success.
So the state of movie theaters
Plus he's Canadian,
is
so.
not good right now. The summer blockbuster season has started off bad. This was the worst opening weekend for a summer blockbuster since
Casper.
Yeah, so since
I
the
loved
90s.
Casper.
Yeah.
Tough.
So bad weekend.
You didn't like Casper?
No, I did, but it's tough that that's what we grade. This is
Yeah,
the
right.
worst
Fall
Memorial
Guy
Day
had a
weekend
bad
since Casper.
weekend. Yeah, so it's been a rough start, and I think it just goes back to what these studios have done that is such a mistake is, and it's so true. It's what you see people saying the reason why is, and it's so true, is it's going to be on streaming soon enough.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I would go to the movie theater and pay what, $40, $50, like if I bring my family and I get some popcorn and whatnot and get some tickets, whereas you can pay $20 2 weeks later and just watch it on your TV.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what are you going to do? If you don't care that much, then you're just going to wait and pay $20 and watch it on your TV.
Mm-hmm.
And so the studios need to go back to the way that they used to do it a couple years ago when it was, if you want to see a movie that's coming out, you either go see it in the movie theater or you got to wait like 3-4 months before you can watch it at home. I feel like that is a very simple solution to their problems of people not going to the movie theater. Because again, unless it's just some big cultural phenomenon, most people are just going to opt to wait.
We have finally found something that Bennett's passionate about.
Dude, it's why
What did Warner Brothers have in
Not
the
the
spring?
fist, Bennett.
Dude, it's why I beat the drums over physical media and talking about my Blu-ray collection and stuff like that because I watched a great interview. It was Hot Ones with Matt Damon was on Hot Ones the other day, okay? And he was talking about how
Why are you yelling at us?
So he was talking about this very subject, and he basically was saying how back in the late 90s, early 2000s, or even before that too, if a movie didn't do great the first couple weeks in the box office, that's okay because we knew we had the DVD sales coming right behind it. So, if whatever movie, Talented Mr. Ripley didn't do well in the movie theater, well, I know that I'm going to make a chunk of change and the studio is going to make a chunk of change off the DVDs. Well, nobody buys DVDs anymore, right? So you don't get that, and you're not getting anything off streaming. They're not getting anything from streaming at all, hardly. That's why we just had this big strike, right?
Yes.
That was a big part of it. And so in my opinion, they've just got to go a little bit back to the old ways of, listen, if you want to see a great movie before everybody else or when it comes out, you got to go see it in the movie theater or you're going to have to wait a little while before you get to see it.
I also think that they could do things to sweeten the deal of going to see a movie in theaters. Like, it used to feel so special. I was talking about this on our show yesterday.
I agree with that.
There was a movie theater in Denver that popped up that was like one of a kind, where you got your movie ticket, you got unlimited popcorn and unlimited drinks. So free refills, because it was like factored into the ticket that you bought, and then they had recliner seats. Now everywhere has recliner seats, but at the time that felt like a luxe movie experience, and it felt like you were getting something special.
Yes.
And now everything is the same, and that's no knock. And these restaurants that they've put within movie theaters, they're not always functioning at tippity-toppity.
No, you never know
shape.
when they're
You
going to
never
be
know when they're gonna be open.
right?
You never know
right.
if you can plan for a lunch there. But I do think with the Furiosa failure at the box office at this point, there's two sides to the equation. One, will they stop making movies like Furiosa? And I know they've put a little pause on the future of the franchise and what.
Every
the
time
next
someone says little paws, I think
steps.
about little dog paws. Just
throw
FYI.
Just little paws.
Sorry, just like little
Little
puppy paws.
like
Sorry.
toy poodle paws.
Just had to-
because we don't know if it's like a big golden doodle paws yet. We're not sure what kind of dog paws it is. But when you look at Warner Brothers, like, they had a good spring because they had Dune Part 2. So this is just Warner Brothers specifically who produced Furiosa.
Yep.
And so they had Dune Part 2. They had Godzilla vs. Kong, which wasn't exemplary, but had people going to the movies.
When
And
it was
they
a
had
big hit. It
Challengers.
was a big hit.
So then now the summer has started tough, and I think the summer will continue to be tough because The Watchers, the new M. Night Shyamalan movie,
That'll bust.
is going to be a bust. Horizon, the Kevin Costner American West saga. I don't know.
That actually might not be a bust.
Remember that human trafficking movie that like conservatives just went?
I don't want to compare that. No. We are not comparing Kevin Costner to the freaking Jim Caviezel child trafficking
Kevin
movie.
Costner is a grifter. I said it. It's absolutely going to be it. And then we'll see
Kevin
if
Costner's
what
Americana.
Twisters does.
Stop it. Oh, Twisters is going to do great.
I don't know what Kevin Costner is, and that's smart. He's gone on the money side. I don't know about that.
He's Americana.
Anyway.
He's in freaking Waterworld, Jess. Come on.
But my point is, Warner Brothers, even if summer fails, they have spring and fall bookending because they have Beetlejuice 2 and they have the Joker 2.
Oh, yeah.
So they're going to have
they
two
got a big
huge hits
slate.
in the fall.
They'll make it.
They're going to be fine as a studio.
You're right. So, yeah, I mean, I think people just get to the movie theaters. Let's save the movie industry.
Save the movie.
I will say, I was talking to you guys in the chat yesterday. I took Noah and we went with some friends and went to the drive-in. You want to talk about a bang for your buck?
I do
Dude,
love the drive-in.
It's $25 per car. You get a double feature, so you get to see two movies. You get to bring your own food and snacks and drinks, whatever. I mean, we did, and you set your chair up, and it's nice outside right now. Like the drive-in is a great deal, so I'd definitely check that out.
I'd also like to point one more thing out before we go to break.
Yeah.
Can you go back to Bennett?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Go back to Bennett. Okay. Do you notice something real quick that he has 2 Dell laptops? And if you go to Jessica, she has an Apple laptop. Mm-hmm. And if you come to me, I also have an Apple laptop. And when she was talking about villains earlier.
Oh, Bennett's for sure the villain of the show.
Bennett is today's villain, like easily. Mm. And now that I see what's happening here, it checks out.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. I'll take it.
I also have one more recommendation of how to make movies great again. Make movie theaters great again. Kids got to be able to make out in the movie theaters.
Why can't
They've added all of these armrests, and it's a near impossible situation. And I don't think
you don't want armrests?
Yeah.
No. You used to be able to bring it up and
you
down.
used to be able to pull them up.
I think if you want the youth to go back to the movie theater, it has to be a date location.
I so disagree because now the seats are a little bigger and they recline. Just hop in them together.
That's too much. You can't be sneaky.
Who cares?
Oh my God!
Don't be sneaky.
That's
then.
aggressive.
The young people are aggressive.
Like if I see two, if I'm like at the movie,
just snuggling.
If I'm at the movies and I see two people on top of each other in one
not
chair, I'm going and telling. Yeah, I'm tattletaling. Yeah,
Bennett's going full Karen.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
The chairs are big. They can go side by side.
You would go and find a person who worked at the movie theater and be like,
"Yes, hey,
tough luck, man."
They'd be like,
"You
okay,
can go tell them to get off of each other."
Yeah, that's out of bounds. No, bring back the lift up.
You just have to be able to go on a date. Who goes to dates on movies anymore?
That's very true.
I don't see the young people getting romantic at. Challengers would have been a great test for a lot of relationships. Missed opportunity.
I want to go see the Challengers.
It's
you haven't
true.
seen it?
No, I wanted to. Like the weekend it came out, I had what Bennett had a couple days ago. I was super sick.
Yeah.
So then
am I gonna get sick?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good now. Now I'm back.
Okay.
I took some weird like medicinal
Where do young
packet.
people go on dates? Topgolf?
Not the mall.
No.
Malls and movie theaters have been. That's the problem. If we want to look at the economic saviors
what
of
happened
malls
to this
and movie
country
theaters,
that I love?
A proper country used to have that as premier date spots, and now where do they go?
My parents used to drop me off at both the mall and
exactly.
the movie theater.
That's it.
You didn't even do anything at the mall. You just walked.
I didn't have any
and
money.
Sometimes you didn't even talk. You were just there, and then you run into your individual groups, and it's like we're on a date.
Dude.
Oh, I never went. Like I did like girl trips there.
Bring it back.
Girl trips and dates.
Bring it back.
And
where do the
group
young
trips.
people go on dates now? Because they sure.
I don't know the
you're right.
answer.
They're not going to the movie. I ain't seen kids making out in the movie theater in ages.
Where do young people?
Bennett. You're googling it.
This is
where do the kids go make out these days?
Bennett, because Bennett wants to go watch.
No,
we need to take a break.
I don't.
This is outrageous.
Yeah, on that note,
Bennett needs to know where he can see the young kids making
no,
out.
No, we're gonna
clip it.
It's just dinner dates, but dinner is expensive, and this
and I don't
way more expensive than going to the movies.
I don't see kids out. I go to restaurants every weekend because I'm not a cooker.
And I don't see
young people out there one on one.
This list has.
I see them breaking into my pool.
Mini golf. That sounds like a personal problem. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, mini golf's a good one.
Laser tag. Maybe they're going to main event. I don't go to main event.
I
enough.
love main event.
Roller skate. Who's roller skating on a date?
No, mini golf's a good one. I've gone on a mini golf date. Laser tag, I don't think
I
is.
used to go to putt-putt all the time.
Yeah,
laser tag's not a
same
good
thing.
one-on-one date though.
Yeah. No, but that was the one.
Mini golf and putt putt.
Yeah, that was the one though. That was the one in Memphis.
Oh, it was called putt putt.
Yeah, now it's called golf.
Putt-putt and mini golf is the same thing.
It's called golf and games, but it was putt-putt forever. And the putt-putt sign is still up there.
Oh.
Yeah, I still call it putt-putt. It's putt-putt to me, damn it.
I think it's all the same.
I think we're agreeing. You're just like
hiking. A ball game. Are kids going to ball games?
Stop saying it like that.
Are kids going to the ball game, to the ballpark?
Oh, this is the oldest.
We're gonna
we've all
go.
ever
We're gonna come
sounded.
back and talk about less old stuff. We'll see you after the break.
Planetariums.
No, we're not going there. Bye.
If you look at it, as far as the number 9 pick over the years, there's been some pretty good players that have surfaced at number 9. Of course, Dirk Nowitzki, who won a championship. There's been a lot of great guys, but who knows if there is a great guy in this draft.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
36.5 vertical?
Watch your head.
Yeah, you said it was 44.
You sure I said that?
36 and a half.
36 and a half is big.
36 and a half. I've got bench press here.
18 times.
17.
Okay.
You always have to put a little barbecue
It's
sauce.
all barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce on the wings.
The Chris Vernon Show, presented by Caesars Sportsbook, live weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Hey Grizzlies fans, turn your stadium excitement into betting action at Southland Casino Hotel. As a proud sponsor of the Memphis Grizzlies, Southland brings you more gaming action than ever before. Step onto our massive casino floor stretching more than 2.5 football fields. Slot enthusiasts can enjoy more than 2,300 machines from penny slots to high limits and play the hottest games like Aristocrat, Dollar Storm, Cloverlink, and Lightning Cash. Table game aficionados can feel the thrill of the felt with 50 live table games. From 3-card to blackjack match, we're ready to deal you in. Plus, don't miss stadium gaming for an interactive digital experience. And for high rollers, our high limit room is calling your name. Go big on 6 high limit blackjack tables or spin one of our 54 high stakes slot machines. Throw in 8 delicious dining options and a 300-room high-rise hotel, and there's plenty to keep you going. At Southland Casino Hotel, the gaming excitement never stops.
Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
I think we have the college basketball title futures. UConn's number 1.
I really like Houston. I'd have them winning it all, but you can't be giving Drake jerseys. What is wrong with you?
Maybe the Drake curse is stronger in college basketball.
How long has he been riding with Kentucky?
He wore an Alabama jersey and Saban retired.
The Odds Couple with Rob Fisher, Lang Whitaker, John Roser, and CJ Hurt live Thursdays at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Mike did his favorite black films of all time. Mike, where we at?
If there's one movie I know every single line to, it is Coming to America.
There we go.
It is Coming to America. It can come on any time of any day, and I'm going to stop and watch at least 20 minutes of it.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Did you guys get that
Yeah,
first
I
part?
got that.
I have a little belly ache.
You got a little tummy ache.
I have a little tummy ache because I ate too many cookies last night.
What kind of cookies?
I got crumble. And unfortunately, I have no willpower, and so I woke up this morning and had more cookies.
Ooh, am I allowed to say something, or are they Crumble? They're not a sponsor or anything, are they?
No, I also
No.
don't really mess with them.
I'm not a big crumble cookie
What?
guy.
I'm not a big crumble cookie person.
You have
either.
to only eat a fourth. That's the key.
You know
You
what?
have to
The
only eat a
calorie
fourth of
count
the
is
cookie.
also in a fourth, and it made me feel like SHIT.
Yeah.
I
But that's the only way you
appreciate.
don't end up like being on sugar overload.
Unfortunately, I
appreciate
am.
the uniqueness of it. Like
Okay.
I think it's cool that they have like the different
Different
kind there.
flavors.
Yeah, and they're all special and different. Like we had one that was like a everything bagel one time that was kind of it was gross.
I don't want a savory cookie. Get out of my
I know.
face.
Were you guys ever part of the cupcake like craze? Like, remember when cupcakes swept the nation? I don't know. I lived in when I was living in.
There was a
Los
cupcake
Angeles.
store across from my apartment.
Cupcake Cutie.
Yeah, it's gone now.
But like Sprinkles cupcakes came on the scene. You can get Sprinkles cupcakes in airports now. They have
don't
vending
know what
machines
that
and
is.
Sprinkles cupcakes.
Right, they have the
but
vending
they
machine,
were
yeah.
like similar. It was these big creations of cupcakes, and then that took off, and then there were competing cupcake shops. And I feel like cookies are in that phase right now.
No, it's not a phase. I will eat a cookie for the rest of my life. I love cookies.
Of course, but like extravagant cookies.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. Honestly, last night I'm being
And
so
donuts
for
are
real.
too.
I loved all of them, but I liked the regular ass chocolate chip cookie the best.
Mm-hmm.
A little salt.
My favorite cookie in maybe the world. I can't speak for the world. That feels vast. And that's not even true. My favorite cookie in Memphis. My favorite cookie
Oh my
that
God.
I've had is the Levain chocolate chip cookie that I will live or die for.
What's
it's
that?
like it's the New York cookie that went really popular a few years ago, but now it's died out. Like you don't have to stand in a line to get it anymore. But it's this big, thick chocolate chip walnut cookie, and it's just
I mess with
it's
some
to
walnuts.
die
Does it
for.
have a little salt on it?
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. But the what's the 24/7 cookie place? I can't.
Insomnia.
They have
They have
a
good cookies.
s'mores cookie.
Really?
That is, one of their jumbo cookies.
That sounds
and that s'mores
good.
cookie, if I need a cookie fix.
They also have vegan cookies there.
So I like cookies that are y'all are gonna make fun of me. I like cookies.
I like digestive cookies.
That too. No, I like crunchy cookies. I like cookies to be.
Oh, you like Chips Ahoy?
I like them to be like burnt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my.
You like
I
Tate's?
yeah, like I like a chocolate chip cookie where the bottom's like kind of toasty or burnt and it's got a crunch to it. That's the best kind of cookie.
I'm not mad at that.
One of my favorite cookies in Memphis is Makeda's. Like if
Yes.
y'all never been to Makeda's,
Yes.
the butter cookie is, and you can buy them in the stores too. And those are really good because
their
they're
chocolate chip
crunchy.
cookies
Yeah.
are really good too.
See, I never had those.
If you
I've only
go
had the
to
butter.
the storefront and buy just their normal
the
cookie,
chocolate
whatever
chip cookie.
cookies they have that day, but their chocolate chip ones are fire.
Yeah.
All right, I hate to do this, guys, but we have to get to 5
we
things
have to do
because
5
I have stuff to do today.
Number 1.
All right, can I kick off 5 things?
You must, in fact.
And to everyone's delight, it is a
Wait, can I start with what I texted you this morning?
What?
I texted Bennett 4 things, and then number 1 was something stupid you want to talk about, and he said, "Is that actually like something, or do you want me to come up with something?" He's like, "Is that like?
I was
is that
intrigued.
the name
yeah.
of something?"
So, speaking of something stupid, next season's game between Memphis and Missouri.
It's not stupid.
No, it's not stupid. This is actually kind of cool. This is from John Rothstein. Next season's game between Memphis and Missouri basketball. It's going to be November 5th. That is the opening
Men's
night.
basketball.
Men's basketball, correct. I'm sorry. Apologies.
Put the
Yes,
M.
I'm an ally. I'm sorry.
Are you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Don't do this.
Have you
Don't
listened to
start
both
off-
episodes?
Did you say,
Don't
okay, no,
start off
here's the
5
litmus
things.
test.
Look at
Here's
my
the
box.
litmus
Look at
test.
my box.
Last
Hey.
night when the series ended, did you say, oh man, we don't have basketball for a week?
No.
Or did you say, yes, I
I s-
can't wait to dig into these WNBA
You're
games
damn
over the
right.
next week?
I know where Ion TV is now, okay? I'm locked in, all right?
Okay, ally.
Scripps
pass.
National Spelling Bee followed by Caitlin Clark versus the Sky.
Period.
Yeah.
Angel Reese, you could have
Let's
said
go.
for the Sky.
Yeah.
but Yeah.
So, anyways, back to
Aaliyah
the
Boston, you could have said for the Fever.
Back to the
Yeah.
Memphis men's basketball program. They'll take on Missouri. Opening night of the 2024-25 college basketball season. Going to be here at FedEx Forum. It's the return of that home and home series. And this is a big deal, in my opinion, because college basketball is the worst sport at kicking. Me and Gary talk about this all the time, and he's a college basketball guy. It's the worst sport at kicking off their season because with NBA, with NFL, with college football, all these major sports, we start off the season with big-time matchups, like big brands playing each other. College basketball, every big brand kicks off their season playing like Father
Lame.
Mary or
Yeah.
some school you'd never heard of in your life.
Sister Patricia.
Yeah.
Like,
and so, yeah, I think that college basketball is really missing the mark on how they start their seasons. They need to start with big-time schools playing each other. Like we should have Duke and Michigan and North Carolina, UCLA, and Ohio State versus Florida State, and Memphis versus Missouri, and keep going. That's how the season should start, with just big-time brands playing each other from the start of the day to the end of the day on the first day of college basketball. So it's cool the Tigers are doing this. It's, you take a loss, it doesn't matter. It's the first game of the season. You get a win, and you are instantly on the national radar. So I think it's great scheduling by Penny Hardaway, and I hope that the Tigers continue to do this kind of scheduling going forward.
I agree.
Cool.
I like the Missouri coach, Dennis Gates.
Yeah, me too.
I like him a lot.
I do too.
He was at Cleveland State, and then Missouri stole him, and they made the tournament last year. So there's momentum. It's an SEC opponent.
Hell yeah.
That's what you want.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. So that'll be a fun way to kick off the season, November 4th, right here at FedEx Forum.
Number 2.
1.9 million bottles of Fiji water have been recalled after testing finds high levels of some word I can't say, which can cause brain damage. Do you guys drink Fiji water? Because that's all I drink, and unfortunately, I feel the brain damage.
No, I don't
I'm
drink
not
Fiji.
a
What are you
Fijier.
talking about?
I'm a smart water, which means my brain is big.
Memphis Tap.
Also that.
Memphis Tap. Filtered.
You don't have
You
to
filter your Memphis Tap?
Well, it comes.
Memphis Tap water is
You
the best
do
water.
not. No, you don't get to claim Memphis Tap and
Hold
then tell me
on.
you filtered your water.
Hold on a second.
He's a faker.
Hold on a second.
Liar.
Hold on
Move
a
out of
second.
Memphis.
First off, I grew up drinking Memphis Tap out of a water hose, so I don't want to hear that. Second off, I just bought a new house, and with that house came one of those the fanciest refrigerator I've ever had in my life, and it's the first time I've ever had a refrigerator that has a little water dispenser on it, and so I've been taking advantage of that quite a bit.
I don't know if that means it's filtered.
Do you know who the
You got to put a filter in
Do you
those.
know who sold the Fiji water?
What? I'll put this down.
Amazon.
Of course they did. Of course they did. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And unfortunately,
Fiji's your water of choice.
yeah. Do you know where I buy my Fiji water from?
it's been
Amazon.
recalled? Like, are they saying dump out your Fiji?
I don't know.
What is it, like the brainworms like
It's-
Robert Kennedy had?
Manganese. I don't know.
Damn,
The FDA
dude.
classified the recall as the lowest level of seriousness in which a product is
I mean, it
not
seems
likely
pretty
to cause
serious.
adverse health consequences.
I mean, it seems serious to me. 1.9 million bottles of water. That means I probably have one.
What's
in
your
my
favorite
fridge.
kind of water? Is that your favorite Fiji?
Fiji. I reach for Fiji. You know what? Because, yeah, I reach for Fiji.
I reach for smart water, but I dream of a day where I have Voss money, where I just get that glass Voss water bottle every time.
Smart water in an airport, though, like almost every time I travel, I go for the smart water with the black.
Ooh, it hits
black
different.
top.
It
Yep.
does hit different. It does.
It's the
What's the black top
sucky
one?
straw
It has something.
situation. It's like how you drink smart. Like they have the bottle top. I like that. You know where you
Mine
like,
doesn't.
clip it up and down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
I know what
about.
you're talking about. Yeah, it's got like the old school like Gatorade
Yeah.
bottle top.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah. Mine's Topo Chico. That's my favorite water.
I don't even know what that is. Topo Chico.
You never had a Topo Chico?
I thought it was Topo
Oh
Chico.
my God. Are you serious?
You've never had
Why would I
Topo
lie
Chico?
about that?
Dude, you
Oh.
should order some
Yeah,
a
you
case of
should.
Topo Chico off Amazon and
absolutely
try
should.
it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great. It's mineral water. It's bottled in Mexico.
A little
It's I believe
carbonation.
Monterey, Mexico.
I don't want carbonation.
I guess it's
No,
not
it's-
it
that's-
is carbonated, but it's
it
like
is.
but it has a bite to it.
It's
I don't
n-
want that.
It's not. But it's not the carbonation like you would. It's a special carbonation.
I don't want it.
It's a special
It is.
carbonation that only Topo can pull
It's
off.
better than Perrier.
Yes,
And I like
by
Perrier.
far.
Perrier.
It's so good.
I like to chug a lukewarm water bottle. I don't want to have it bite my throat.
I'm gonna bring
Yeah,
you a
you're not
bottle of
gonna
Topo.
chug- You're not going to chug Topo.
I like to chug water.
No, you
Interesting.
savor. You savor.
I don't want to savor my water.
Man, it's so
Chris
good.
has made us start traveling with reusable water bottles to help save the planet. And I
Nice.
miss getting my water bottle fixed at the airport.
Well, these are glass bottles,
But I like
so
the airports
little
that
problematic.
have the
Yeah, like the
you know,
filtered.
yeah, where you just put it under
Yeah.
and the water comes down and knows when to stop.
Because I hate an actual water fountain. Like,
Oh, yeah, it's
like
just-
a water fountain.
it's
But I like
not-
the water fountains.
engineering was wrong.
How am I supposed to fill my water
for
bottle?
all of us?
You can
It's
like
not
fill
even
it up.
good for taking a sip out of it. It's gross.
No, someone's mouth has been on that.
Yuck.
No one's mouth is on these ones.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I never. Fiji's too expensive.
It's
I mean,
actually
come
not
on.
expensive.
That's a sign you need to change your ways. Fiji is a little bougie.
It's actually Smart Water is
I
more
would say
expensive.
Smart Water is probably more expensive than Fiji.
Get off of my.
I just like the bottle.
back.
Fiji's always a square.
Yeah, and it doesn't really fit
Stresses
in.
me out.
It doesn't fit into
And then
my
the holder.
backpack.
Yeah.
That's probably why I don't get it at the airport because it doesn't fit into my
Yeah.
carry-on
Side of
backpack.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Don't drink Fiji right now, y'all.
Number 3.
All right. Darren Waller. You guys heard
saw
of him?
it.
You guys heard of him?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Someone who, like me, who doesn't care about football, knows him as Kelcey Plum's ex-husband. Because Kelcey Plum is higher ranked athlete.
When do you think we first became aware of Darren Waller? Was it Hard Knocks?
I think it was the story about his sobriety.
Yeah.
It was Hard Knocks, and then the story about his sobriety. And it's funny, like he was a decent tight end, but it's like
he was like a hot fantasy football tight end for a little bit.
Yeah, but it's
never panned out quite.
Honestly, after he got sober, his career kind of took off. Like he had some really good seasons with the Raiders. Yeah. And now I think he's still with the New York Giants right now. I think he's on their roster.
Talked about retirement though. I think he's only on a 1-year deal with the Giants.
Now, again, I say that to say, like, obviously he has a great story and happy for his journey. He does act weird online.
Well.
Okay, so anyway, I didn't even get to the Kelcey Plum's ex-husband. They're going through a divorce right now. He dropped a song about his past relationships in quote unquote. There's a music video as well.
Please watch it.
With like a fake Kelcey Plum. We're not going to play it because it's 3 minutes long.
It's very Crimea River.
It is very Crimea River-esque. The auto-tune is absolutely outrageous. Even though he says like whatever the line is, like, oh, maybe we fell out of tune. Babe, this whole thing's out of tune. You both listen to it?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you download it to Apple Music?
No.
Do you look at him differently? Do you think Kelcey Plum is in her group chat right now being like, what the?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, that's
1000%
really
yes.
weird. I mean, in the video, she hugs him and then stabs him in the back with a knife,
There's
and
blood.
he drowns
He dies
in the
on
ocean.
the beach.
Yeah.
I mean, we assume he's like feigning death in the moment.
He's face down in the water.
Here's the thing.
Can you guys imagine filming that?
No. CJ and I got in an argument about this because he was surprised that I took this stance. He thought that I would support a man expressing his feelings because so often men don't express their feelings.
And if I fumbled Kelcey Plum,
I would have a lot of feelings about it. But I think this is one of those, like, it should have stayed in the journal. Like, he could have written this song and it could have been part of like a therapeutic exercise. I'm not trying to knock the man for dealing with his feelings.
Yeah, divorce
and being
is not
sad.
easy.
Absolutely. However, my first instinct was, does this man not have a single friend who pulled him aside and said, hey, bud, I know it's been a really, really tough couple of months. I'm really proud of you for continuing to work through this. I don't think this needs to be public. Because you're going to get absolutely dragged if you release this music video, as he did yesterday.
do you know what they say about real friends? You know
They
how
tell you
real
the hard
friends,
shit.
they tell you stuff that maybe sometimes you don't want to hear. But a lot of athletes have a lot of yes men instead of like those real friends. So he might fall victim to those people who are like, everything you do is great. This is great. You're great. Everything's great. Instead of that real friend who's like, Jessica, this is so stupid. You know?
Yeah. I wrote a song when I was in high school about a breakup, and my mom, and I sang it for my mom, and she said, Jessica, I'm so happy that you went through this. Call me Jessie back then. Said, because I was like, I think I'm going to try. Like, I want to try to get this made. Like little Jessie B in her living room, so excited, writing some killer lyrics.
You like musicals? I could see it.
Yeah, you know, I played piano. And she was like, I think this is a wonderful exercise in like self-expression and going through it. I hope you learn something from it, but this should never go anywhere. And I'm so grateful that I had a mom in my life who told me that should never go anywhere.
I'd like to see it though.
I'll try to find it in the archives. I also wrote a book, same scenario. It was bad.
But you know what? Now you know.
But you don't put it out. My point is you have to have somebody in your life who is able to tell you the hard stuff. Like, and I understand you feel so moved to express yourself maybe and tell your story, whatever version of the story is. Like,
but he's also like saying how much, like how real their love was. Like I didn't.
They weren't married, right?
No, but but there's a lot of marriages that aren't.
Yeah,
you know
I got it.
Like all I'm saying is I didn't understand the point. It was like half like I love her, do I want her back? Not those words, but like, and then half like she killed me.
He also said he was writing the song from the perspective of someone else. So that would imply he was writing the song from the perspective of Kelcey Plum. So is this some like weird deep reverse metaphor where he stabbed Kelcey in the back and left her to die on the beach
and feels bad about it? So he wrote a song with insane auto. As a man,
yes,
would you do this?
Write a song about my ex-lover? No,
Why?
I would like to think not. Well,
Taylor Swift has made billions of dollars on it.
I know,
So it can
that's
be
what
a
I'm
very
saying, like-
lucrative industry.
I don't think I could pull it off, although I was in choir when I was a child. Also, I just don't think many people out there are clamoring for any music video that I could put out there. So I'd
You just
say-
have to know if the world wants a music video from you or not.
Yeah.
Now, it could have like slayed, and then we'd be having a totally different
Of
conversation.
course.
Like, oh, Darren Waller, High School Musical-esque, multi-talented athlete who also can sing and put together a great music video.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, the auto-tune and the music video itself is just, they're like at a
It's
picnic, and then they're
weird,
crying,
right?
and then she's driving away, and then she's stabbing him in the back, and then he's back in a field.
I'll give her a
walking.
little credit because it doesn't seem like she has said anything public about him since they broke up.
What could
Yeah.
she say about this?
No, I'm talking about before this. Like she hasn't really
Oh.
talked about their relationship at all publicly.
She put out
it
one
seems
statement like when
really?
the divorce like came about, and she was
Gotcha.
like, "Look, like what did she say? I would walk through fire for him.
Yeah.
We're splitting ways."
Damn, that's tough.
Yeah.
And he's like on the tail end of his career as far as a professional athlete, and
she's a
then she's
champ.
just blowing up, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, she's got a freaking cigar coming out.
Yeah.
Sure does.
She's cool.
Yeah, yeah. So that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah. Cool. So don't go listen to it.
Oh, my bad. I had to turn this. Hang on.
Number 4.
Go ahead.
The first coach ever to get their own slam cover. Bennett, do you know about this?
The first coach ever to get their own Slam magazine cover
Ever.
is going to be. It's not out yet.
It's coming out.
It's coming out.
It was
I'm gonna
announced, but it's
say
coming
it
out.
is. Is it Becky?
It's not.
No.
Is it? Wait.
But you're like along the right lines, sort of, kind of.
Is it? I'm on the right lines. Is it?
Sorta.
Is it
You're
a
on the right
woman?
gender.
Yeah.
Well, she's the champ. I mean,
Who's another champ?
Dawn.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
I sent Kyra
I
the
always think
picture.
I think NBA
Look at this.
when I'm thinking Slam magazine. That's
Of course
why,
you think
yeah.
NBA. Of course you do.
CEO, Chief Excellence Officer.
As someone who thinks NBA, when you think Slam, Bennett,
Isn't Slam an NBA magazine?
is this cool? It's a basketball magazine.
Okay.
Which, as we've established,
Women
all
also
one
play.
sport.
Shout out Lang.
Shout out Lang.
In Lang like one of the originators?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
Lang's
what
got
I was-
invited to that
he was
cool
just at that
Slam
cool party. I
30.
know I was jealous.
Yeah, Lang's an OG.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Shouts to Dawn Staley.
That's
She's
it?
great. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm a big fan. What do you want me to say?
I don't know. I just thought you'd have like more.
Uh,
This is history. His story.
her story. Tell her story, okay? No, that's awesome. Congrats to Dawn. I'm sure that she'll have another team that goes undefeated next season and beats the crap out of everybody that they play.
Including the University of Memphis. They're coming here.
They're coming here?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll
They're
be
playing
a
at
hot
FedEx
ticket.
Forum. It's an exhibition game, so it doesn't count.
Oh, so you guys think I'm not going to that? You're
But-
wrong.
Exhibition?
Mm-hmm.
Can we get Dawn Staley?
I
in
think
studio?
so. Don't quote me. That's what I think
Jess.
it is. I know. I'm going to work on it. I would love nothing more.
She has to come on your show.
I think she's one of one right now.
She has to come on your show.
We talk about, obviously, the NBA is such a weird time right now with coaching. Like, if every coach is getting fired constantly
Yes.
and
Yeah.
replaced. Like, there's just, it's going to be really difficult for a coach to garner, like, icon status because things move so quickly. People get fired, people get replaced. And
Who's the most iconic coach in the NBA right now? Pop. And he's been
period.
there for.
And who's going to be after that? Like, Steve Kerr's not going to move into that place.
Taylor Jenkins.
I don't think so.
He's been there for a long time.
Damn straight.
Yeah. I mean,
Next
he's
one.
going to be one of the
Next
longest
man up.
tenured. Yep.
But even like when you think
He
about
is right now
like
one of
a
the longest. tenured.
Yeah.
Doc Rivers, who has moved around many
Everywhere.
times at this point. Like Dawn Staley, if she stays at South Carolina, and thus far all signs have pointed to her being committed to be there, it's in the same territory as like a Pat Summitt or a Gino Auriemma, just people who like very much change the game by staying in one spot, and we don't see that often. And so I think it's very, very cool. And she's just a really cool person, like from what she wears to how she interacts with people to saying the right things about the game to riding and dying for her
Yeah.
players and supporting them through a lot of unfair criticism for that South Carolina team this year too. So shout out Dawn Staley.
Yeah. That's the thought.
Number 5.
You're welcome, Bennett.
Thank you.
Came to
Thanks
help
for
you out.
Jessica,
saving
did
me.
you
I
ever watch
appreciate it.
Suits?
Sure did. I watched Suits live.
Period. So did I. So you know how Mike Ross wasn't a lawyer, but was like presenting as a lawyer?
Yes.
Okay, so in Kenya, a man just got, well, he didn't get arrested because he like went to trial. He's been found guilty. He faked being a lawyer for a really long time. He took the identity of an actual lawyer, and he won. He went 26-0. He won 26 cases, lost no cases, and now he has been found guilty.
Wow.
He's been arrested, found guilty, whatever. So he won 26 cases representing himself. He's now in police custody, but 26-0 just seems like absolutely outrageous. And he should just be given a law degree, I believe.
Kelcey Law.
Wait, so the guy was
just a guy, me and you. And he presented himself as a lawyer.
Yes.
And he won 26 cases.
But now he's in trouble because
you can't do that.
You can't do that. That's illegal.
And
You
he
have to
took someone
have
else's identity to do it.
Where did you see this?
It's on.
This sounds like this. Are you sure this isn't actually like Suits, like that you?
No,
just,
it was real.
Yeah.
I was just trying to see if there was an update. Because last October,
he was arrested.
He was arrested.
Yeah, I think
so. Now he's been charged.
I think so. Yeah, and he proposed to his girlfriend. There's so much to talk
Is
about.
she gonna be a prison girlfriend?
A good question.
I don't get prison girlfriends.
So I'm unfortunately on the side of TikTok where people, where women get ready to go visit their boyfriends.
Conjugal visits.
Yeah, I'm on that side of
the
TikTok.
word? Conjugal, right?
Yeah.
Where they going?
Yeah. They like have a weekend
prison
with.
edition.
Yeah.
Oh, they do that?
Yeah.
Oh, so that okay.
They like pack a bag to spend the weekend in jail.
Because I always wondered. I was like,
Oh, his
wait,
girlfriend's an actress.
because you'll see like that like people get pregnant like in their significant others in prison, and I'm like, what? How did they do that? How are they able to pull that off? And so it makes sense. I always thought that like maybe they handed them like a vial or something. It was like,
no, they get to go.
They get to go.
They get a moment of
they
pleasure.
get to go do it.
A moment of pleasure.
I think you have to like earn it.
Yeah, and you get to go do it in a movie theater.
I didn't realize that.
And that will save movie theater.
That sounds better than real life.
That's wild.
Bennett, jail is not better than real life.
Ew. I'm not king shaming. If
there's
you're
a
like into
movie
that,
theater?
go for it.
There's a movie theater involved. I don't know. It sounds pretty awesome to me.
Bennett.
Who was your favorite character on Suits?
Meghan Markle.
No. Has to be Donna.
Oh, I was actually trying
Donna's
to. To be honest, I was like
character.
thinking like I was like a redheaded girl. What's her name? What's her name? What's her name? Yeah,
I loved her.
she's an absolute badass.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I never
should
watched.
rewatch Suits.
I never watched Suits.
My mom
I
and I would
suggest
dance
it.
along to the intro. It was like our thing. And like once I went away and like was out of the house, we would like call and like FaceTime each other and dance to the Suits intro. One of my faves.
I want to have a daughter so I can do that with her.
I know, it was precious. Good time.
What was so good about that show? Because
It was
I
just
thought
really addictive.
It was a great show.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What's so good about anything?
I didn't think
You had
anyone
the-
really watched that show. I thought it was just
What?
popular because of Meghan Markle.
Oh no.
Meghan Markle wasn't Meghan Markle at that
Yeah.
time. Like she wasn't the
She
queen.
was just an actress. She's not a queen. She's
Right.
removed
I
from
thought
the
it
royal
like
family.
I thought it like gained
Keep her
like
away.
I thought it like gained
In a
new life
saving
because of
her
her.
kind of way.
no,
or
it was
something.
good. First of all, it was filmed in Toronto. Shout out Toronto.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. All like the when they like pan and it's like
That's
supposed to
Toronto.
be in New York, it's Toronto.
Oh.
Interesting.
My
It
brother
had
took
good-
soul cycle classes with Meghan Markle.
I went into Suits after I really loved The Good Wife, like a lot. It was on CBS, and
It was also
it was
filmed in
also a
Toronto.
crime. Was it?
No, I made that up.
It was a legal procedural show, but it did such a good job of where it wasn't always just one case. They had cases that would expand outwards. So sometimes, like with the Law and Order, it's very cookie cutter formula, and it doesn't feel as soapy. Like it doesn't feel that there's as much of a drama storyline through.
I got you.
And
I got
this
you.
did.
Mike
Like
Ross
you
was
very
cool.
much had to watch it in order. You couldn't just pop down and watch one episode.
Okay. Okay.
And I liked them all. Good actors, good chemistry, good
All right.
taglines. You just got lit.
All right.
Louis lit.
Sounds cool.
Louis Litt looks like a little
Sounds
mouse.
interesting. I might pass, but
No, I actually think you would like it.
I don't know.
Okay.
What are you watching right now?
Ooh, well, I just finished. We just wrapped
This
up.
better be better than Suits, because I swear to God, if you're like, no, I don't watch Suits, and you're watching like Ninja Turtles.
We just, well, I did just finish X-Men 97, which was one of the greatest cartoons ever. I mean, that was just well done by Marvel and Disney and everyone involved. Really, really nice. Finished up Vanderpump Rules. Finished up Summer House. What else are we watching? What? I mean, TV shows. I'm more of a movie guy. You know, I'm a movie guy.
I just think we haven't had one of my favorite shows on TV right now is Hacks. I love Hacks. I live for Hacks. I will. Gene
I
Smart is
live
so
for Hacks.
Good, and I love watching older women have these like late art careers where they become pop culture icons. But this time last year, we were winding down on Succession and we were winding down on Barry,
Oh my God,
which were two incredible shows.
Did
And
you watch
right
Succession?
Now, we're not dragged into
Bennett.
anything.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, why do you hate Suits?
I've never seen Suits.
It's the same vibe.
Dude,
No,
it's not.
It's the same
Okay,
vibe.
I've
No,
never
it's
seen one episode of
same
Suits.
vibe.
I can tell you it's not even close.
It's the same vibe.
Those aren't even in the same stratosphere.
Yeah, they are.
Not
It's the
even
same vibe.
close. Stop it.
This is literally the same.
That's so disrespectful.
It's
That
literally
is
the same.
so disrespectful to the Roy family. Like,
It
goodness
is.
gracious.
It's the same vibe.
It's disrespectful
the
to
same
Jeremy
thing.
Strong.
Golly.
You want to know who popped up on the last episode of Hacks?
Huh.
I can't think of her name in real life, but the woman who played Jerry on Succession.
Oh, she's great.
And she's a totally different kind of character, and it's so bizarre
I love
seeing
Jerry.
her in like a more demure role.
She's awesome.
I'm watching Desperate Housewives.
No, the thing that bothers me.
So fun. You should watch. Have you ever watched it?
No.
Oh, you would. It's a good show. I think you would like
I watched.
it.
Not sorry. I did. I watched the first season.
Oh,
Everyone did, right?
Yeah.
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 Except me.
it's so good.
Of course.
I haven't watched it since I watched it live as a child, and I'm having the time of my life revisiting it. So
The thing that really bothers me about both of you is y'all are both avid reality TV watchers.
I am
and
not.
yet-
What are you
F?
talking
No,
about?
no.
I'm
Let me just
also
say
not.
my piece. All right.
I watch zero.
And y'all don't,
I don't watch reality
anything
TV
on
either.
Bravo, which is like the best reality TV channel out there.
I don't have time. My sports are my Bravo. I cannot commit to two universes.
You watch The Bachelor all the time.
No, I don't. I've given up on The Bachelor
You
for
gave up on The
years at
Bachelor.
this point.
Okay.
I did try to watch The Golden Bachelor, and I didn't even finish that.
What's
Thank
the-
goodness, 'cause
Well,
I got
don't worry. They're getting
divorced.
divorced.
What's the show that you guys love on Netflix that y'all are always talking about?
Don't love it. Love is Blind.
Yeah.
Don't hate watched. I watched season 1, and I watched the last season.
My wife watches that one, and I'm not into it.
Why are you
There is a
coming
new
at
one
us?
that I'm interested in.
I just really want somebody else around. I told you because
I
Kelcey
know.
told me yesterday that there's like Slack channels up here of people just talking about their favorite TV shows, and I'm like, what the hell? Like,
Wait,
why?
what?
Yeah.
There's a Slack channel for Big Brother and a Slack channel for Survivor.
Oh.
And I got nothing. I got
nothing.
none of that.
Well, maybe you should like stuff that other people like instead of just being a oppositionalist for your whole life.
There's a new Hulu reality dating show that I'm gonna watch.
What is it?
It's all virgins. It's called Virgin Island. I think it's funny.
I'm on it.
I'm kind of like tapped out of the Seeking Love reality shows, but this one piques my interest.
I watched the first little section of I'm not going to remember what it's called now, but these famous soccer players come from Europe and pretend they're not famous.
I heard you talking about that on
Yeah.
Burnout.
Will y'all please try one of these shows?
I did. I watched the episode. I watched the Tom
Okay,
Sandoval.
you came in
Raquel.
10 years later. Like,
I understand, and I came so close. I'm telling you because you're right. I watched that
Yeah.
episode, and I told my husband that it was like episode 1 of I think it was a 3-part, like a 3-week ordeal. And he said, Jess, I gotta pull you back. I gotta save you.
Are we
I gotta
boring
save
you?
you from yourself.
I'm sorry.
I
Are
hate-
you boring
I
you
hate-
over here?
I hate all
We're
the
like trying
TV
to
shows that you
spill our
like.
hearts out about our favorite reality TV shows, and you're over here doing your makeup.
You just want to talk about Disney and Bravo.
Okay, I just want someone. I want y'all to just give one of these shows a shot.
Not I have given it a
watch
shot.
Summer House. It's a good one.
can't
Or one of the
do
Real
it.
Housewives.
I don't want to watch any
I
of
tried.
that.
I tried Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I like it. When I
That's
watch it,
like one
I'm
of the
like
worst ones.
intrigued by it.
No, dude, you got to go Jersey.
That can't be one of the worst ones. One of those women went
You
to
got to
jail.
go Jersey or New York or Jersey, New York, Beverly Hills. Those are like
tried
the
Beverly
big
Hills.
ones. Those are the big ones.
I ate at the restaurant.
I've watched real.
you did.
I've
Villa
watched
Blanca.
real Side Chicks of Atlanta. Does that count?
No, that is not even close.
I used to watch Basketball Wives.
You know what you would probably like? You'd probably like that Below Deck show that's got a million different episodes where they go on the like nice yachts. And,
I've considered that one.
Yeah.
I've considered selling Sunset because I like real
like
estate.
to travel and get on boats.
But I don't like. This is the thing that you're missing, and we talked about this yesterday. Like, I don't watch reality TV, so why would I like that? I like competitions.
You do watch reality TV.
No.
That is reality TV.
Sports are reality TV. That's
I like competition shows. There's a huge difference between people just living their life, like keeping up with Kardashians.
Wait, so do you watch Survivor and Amazing Race?
I don't watch Amazing Race. I have.
I'm sorry, Big Brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's like it's a competition. I enjoy competition shows. I like cooking shows. I like things where people are competing for a prize. I don't just like watching people live their lives. I live my life. I'm watching
I like cooking shows too.
Okay.
We watch the Cake Show.
Chopped.
No, Is It Cake?
I like
We
Chopped.
watch that. Okay. All right. I think we've covered everything.
Except for still haven't talked about Donovan Clingan.
Oh, yeah. The breaking sports news of the day. Now, there's a report from Jonathan Gavoni that the Grizzlies could potentially be interested in moving up to draft Donovan Clingan in this draft. So take that and run with it.
They're not alone.
They're not alone. I believe Portland which I said to Kelcey before the show, if you're Portland, why on earth would you want to move up to draft a center when every center you've ever drafted has wrecked your franchise for years?
They're convinced this is the one.
This is the one that's going to save us. I would just be
different.
terrified if I was a Trailblazers fan. But maybe he's awesome. We'll see.
A war for Clingan.
Yeah.
What was the other team? Chicago?
I think Chicago, yeah. So, all right. You going to take a
Do
break?
you think it's going to be a very spicy couple weeks?
I think
in
so
the
too.
NBA?
Dude,
I'm excited.
I think so too.
I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be more moves this year just because of the draft and how nobody cares about it than
and
ever.
also figuring out these teams like the Timberwolves who have to figure out about are they going to pay to go into the second apron?
Yes.
Or are they going to be cheap? And then they literally just have to get rid of pieces.
Yeah. What do you
I
do
don't
with
know.
Carl
I think
Towns?
the NBA created a nightmare, but it's fun.
It is a lot of fun.
Also, I checked out for the NBA for the past 2 weeks, but I'm back to a good sleeping schedule.
You're
and
so
I'm
back.
locked back into the finals.
Ready for the finals?
Nice.
Happy
I just
for
needed
you.
a little break.
You get another week.
I know, but it's that's what I mean. So
wonderful.
I'm ready to be locked back in. Just
hope
a
they're
heads up
good.
to everyone.
I hope they go 7.
Bennett wants 7, and then the Mavs beat the Celtics on the Celtics floor.
Oh, I would live.
Yes.
As a proponent
It would
of
be so
someone who
good.
always roots for the funniest outcome possible when I don't have a team involved.
That's the funniest outcome.
That's the funniest outcome.
And someone has got to get footage of people in the stands outside of that arena
Oh, they
because
will.
you will see some epic meltdowns.
People will lose their jobs.
Yes.
I'm serious.
People will go viral.
People in
and
Boston
lose
will
their
go viral
jobs.
for saying stupid
Yes.
racist stuff, and they will lose their jobs.
It's
after
so
that happens.
true.
But I think the
It's
best part
so
of it,
true.
if it happens, and let's say Kyrie has a moment, and everyone's like, "What's
Not let's
Kyrie
say,
gonna
he
do?"
will.
No, I think he shows, and he just humbly wins.
No, he doesn't.
I don't know. I don't think he steps on the logo again. I don't think we get double birds. Luka's the one who's gonna get into it with a fan in Boston. I
That's
cannot
fine.
wait.
That's
Yes.
fine.
Cannot wait.
I want to see Luka and Tatum get into it.
They
I want to
won't.
see Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum doesn't have
Yeah.
that.
That's the thing is because Luka's going to want to get into it with somebody on that
Tatum's
team.
not the guy.
Well, that's what I'm saying is dude, if you lose this series, and you're Mr. Sit back, lackadaisical, that's always going to follow him. We need to see some fire from Jason Tatum in this series.
Please.
Bring it out, bro.
Tatum. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come
Okay.
back to GP's carryout. And then,
Go home.
yes.
All right.
Bye.
I think we have the college basketball title futures. UConn's number 1.
I really like Houston. I'd have them winning it all, but you can't be giving Drake jerseys. What is wrong with you?
Maybe the Drake curse is stronger in college basketball.
How long has he
NBA.
been riding with Kentucky?
He wore an
riding with
Alabama
Kentucky?
jersey and Saban retired.
The Odds Couple with Rob Fisher, Lang Whitaker, John Roser, and CJ Hurt live Thursdays at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
36.5 vertical.
Watch your
Yeah,
head.
you said it was 44.
You sure I said that?
36 and a half.
36.5 is big.
36 and a half. I've got bench press here.
18 times.
17.
Okay.
You always have to put a little barbecue
It's
sauce.
all barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce on the wings.
The Chris Vernon Show, presented by Caesars Sportsbook, live weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. We have another edition. This will be the third edition of the Debate Club. You guys are going to sell a shoe to Mr. Bennett Doyle, our producer over here.
Oh, yeah.
I saw these.
Go.
I've seen these.
I saw these on social media too.
It's
Good
the
luck.
perfect house shoe.
I know, right?
Like, yeah, it's not even a house shoe. I bet you they're really comfortable. You know, you heard of unisex. This is unifoot.
Oh my God.
The Sneak Fest Show, live Tuesdays at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Gigi Jackson, I don't know if you know this, CJ, youngest player in the NBA, does not turn 20 until December of this year. He was the 45th pick in last year's draft. He becomes the first teenager, I believe, to be named to an all-rookie team without having been a first-round pick. Shout out Gigi Jackson.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt, live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Welcome back to the Gary Parrish Show. I am guest hosting. I'm Kelcey Wright Johnson alongside Bennett Doyle. It is time to end the show with something we like to call GP's Carry Out. Benny, you ready?
It's time for GP's Carryout. One final segment filled with stuff to take with you. It's not everything you need to know, but it's most of it. What did we learn today?
I think we learned that.
Could you scroll on your laptop? I don't want to see this.
Oh, sorry. I forgot my laptop's like on the big screen.
That's perfect.
My bad.
That's good.
You can look at that Star Wars picture.
Yeah.
We learned that Memphis and Missouri are going to kick off the college basketball season on.
And you're excited about this.
I'm
like,
very
this is a
excited
good thing.
on November 4th. Yeah, I'm glad that. Usually you kick off your season in college basketball if you're a good team playing some crappy team, and so it's good to see good big programs play each other. I hope that more teams start to do this. So that'll be November 4th right here at FedEx Forum.
We also learned that Don Staley's coming to Memphis.
And I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
JB said it was an exhibition game, though. I don't love that. I wish they were playing each other in the regular season. But still, that'll be cool.
It's going to be so cool.
Yeah, that'll be cool. They're going to play here, JB said, at FedEx Forum. We learned that it's going to be Mavs Celtics in the NBA Finals starting on June 6th. So we'll be looking forward to that and talking about it in the coming days. We also learned that Fiji Water, better watch out because they're about to lose the top spot. They've got like brain-eating amoebas or something in their water, allegedly, and so...
And I learned that I'm not allowed to have a love affair with Amazon anymore because they judge me for it.
Yeah, brick and
Sorry,
mortar.
I like convenience.
Brick and mortar forever. Support local business.
Did I tell you that I went to a brick and mortar shop on the weekend?
Oh, yeah?
I went to the Notting Hill bookstore in London.
How about that?
You've seen Notting Hill? You're a movie guy?
Of course,
Okay,
yeah.
so
Julia Roberts, Hugh Grant, yeah.
Like I bought books from there.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
It's a classic
I thought you'd be proud
spot.
of me.
That is cool. How was Notting Hill?
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cool bookstore.
Yeah, and like on the you can't just go and get like any book you want and there's not like millions of copies. There's like a few copies of books. And on the front of like almost every book, there's like a handwritten note from the people who work there about like why that book is good, why they chose it to be in the store.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's very cute.
That's cool. Yeah. We have a good bookstore here. It's called Novel. We were talking about it earlier.
You told me about it.
Yeah, you need to go check out Novel. You would
Okay.
like it. It's in East Memphis. It's
Unfortunately, I do have about 7 books that I just bought that I need to get through before I like buy new ones, but I'll keep Novel in my back pocket.
Okay, sounds good.
What's today's biggest game?
All right. For all those people who said, oh my gosh, we don't have basketball for a week, you're wrong. We got WNBA all weekend long, 3 games tonight, Aces, Dream, Mystics, Liberty, and Wings, Sun.
Okay.
I think you guys want to watch Aces, Dream. It's
Okay.
just one I kind of think you want to do.
That would be Kelsey Plum and
who we
Asia
just talked
Wilson and taking on the Atlanta Dream.
The Atlanta Dream, who I actually just, my last podcast in the W, Letitia Amahir, she's on that team. So go listen to that podcast, first of all, and then go watch this game.
That'll
tonight.
be your pregame.
Yeah.
Pregame listen. Okay,
Pre-game
sounds good.
listen.
All right, so are we picking that game? Or are we picking something else?
I would pick that game.
Okay, let me pull it. Hang on. Let me pull it up and see what we're working with here. All right.
I mean, Aces are going to be favored.
WNBA scores. Okay, Aces Dream. The Vegas Aces on the road tonight. It will be on Ion, which I'm very familiar with now because that's what channel the Scripps National Spelling Bee has been on. Shout out to the Spelling Bee, by the way.
I know. So sick.
The Spelling Bee is so great.
Sick.
Yes.
So sick.
It makes me so happy. Like, my favorite thing about the Spelling Bee is the kids, like, the guy will read out the word, and the kids will, you see their little brains working, and they're like, okay, can you, what's the language of origin? Can you repeat the meaning?
Latin.
Give me all the information that you can about the word, blah, 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 blah. And then they start sounding it out. Some of them will do, like they're typing it out while they're saying. I thought that was interesting, and it's like it's because kids today type instead of writing, so they're sounding it out by typing.
Because you know how sometimes I don't know how to spell a word and I need to like write it down.
Yeah.
Like I do that often. I need to be able to see it.
Yeah.
That's them. That's like, okay.
And man, when they get that word right, the look on their face, they're like, "Thank you so much," and they go sit back down.
They're so cute.
Yeah, my kid at his shout out Noah. It is pre-K graduation won best speller in the class, so. It's going to be him one day. Let's go.
You should put a W in his name.
Noah.
Nowah.
That's not a real name. I don't. Thank you. Thanks for the advice, but pass. Okay. Aces Dream tonight, 6:30 p.m. on Ion. The Vegas Aces are 7.5-point favorites on the road.
Look, the Aces are fun to watch. Like, I think we all can agree that the Aces are going to win a whole lot of games this summer. So that would be the one that I...
Atlanta Dream are 3-2. Yeah, let's say the Aces handle that on the road easily. Okay, we'll go with that.
But all I'm going to say is the Aces are still fun to watch.
Okay.
Like, they destroy a lot of teams, but they're a fun team to watch. Asia Wilson has been absolutely killing everyone. Like, it's just fun.
Okay. We will be watching tonight on Ion.
Yes. What are we watching on TV?
Bravo.
Are you serious?
We're all going to start.
You didn't have anything to watch tonight on TV?
What, you want to know what I wrote?
Yeah.
Nothing. Go outside. It's a beautiful weekend.
No.
Yeah.
No. That's not going to fly.
Why?
That's not going to fly. No, we're watching television.
I'm not.
On our big screens
I will
and
not be
staying
watching
inside
TV.
all weekend
No.
where no one's allowed to go outside.
Go to Pride this weekend, guys. Get outside.
Hang on. What dropped this weekend? Hold
Who
up.
cares?
I'm about to find something for you.
This is the most old man part of the show. We're not watching anything. We're going outside and enjoying life.
Let Bennett come to the rescue real quick. Okay. I found something immediately.
Thank God.
There is a new show on Netflix right now called Dancing with the Devil, the 7 million TikTok cult. This sounds right up your alley.
I watched it. Me and Devin talked about it yesterday.
It's brand new.
I know.
And so it must have came out yesterday.
Yeah, it didn't come out. No, it came out a couple days ago.
Is that right? The 7 million TikTok cult?
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it because I love a cult documentary and I love TikTok.
The description is isolation, exploitation, abuse, allegations against a management company accused of being a religious cult are explored in this investigative docuseries. So it's about a TikTok channel, I'm guessing?
And channel, there's no such thing as TikTok channels.
Like that.
There's no channels on TikTok.
All right, I'm not on TikTok, so I can't pretend to know.
Yes, but it's about a group of people and this man who leads them, and he isolates them from their families, and you hear the families all talk about it and how they can't get a hold of their people anymore because they're part of this TikTok trend. It's very interesting, but the guy really needs to be in jail.
Okay. Well, I'm going to pass.
No, it's good, and Devin liked it too. So when Devin and I agree on something, that's how you know it's good, because we like different stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So either watch that or go outside this weekend, like Kelcey said.
What's the best thing we've read?
Mark Giannotto is
Yes.
a local.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you said this.
Oh.
Shout out to my friend Mark Giannotto. It's his last day, I believe, in the city of Memphis. Him and his family are moving to Chicago. Lead sports columnist over at the Commercial Appeal for the past couple years. Mark has been a good friend when I used to work with him. I see him at the zoo all the time with his kids, and a great columnist. Like, I've enjoyed reading him over the years, and he's been awesome for the city of Memphis. Like, I know that people may disagree with some of the things that he has to say.
That makes a good columnist.
That makes a good
gets the
columnist.
People going.
It gets the people talking, and he's always been good at that. So happy for Mark and his family, but he'll be missed in Memphis. So I just wanted to give him a shout out. So I'm glad you brought that up. He wrote a column today, I believe, in the Commercial Appeal saying goodbye to Memphis. So go check that out, commercialappeal.com.
What's on tap next week?
What's on tap for next week? You know what's on tap? Not me. Gary Parrish will be back in studio.
Where are you going to be?
I mean, I'll just be sitting out at my
You'll
desk.
be around?
I'll be 2 feet away, just not in front of the camera.
Yeah, I got you. Maybe we'll get you to pop in.
I've been asking.
That's a GP thing. Let's put it on him.
Gary,
And
Gary
just
hates
walk.
me.
Hey, just walk in here whenever you want to.
No, I'm too scared.
Why?
Of Gary.
What's he gonna do?
Yell at me.
No, he's not.
He may.
Not on camera. No, just come chill.
After almost every show, I'm sitting out at my desk,
Yeah.
and he comes out and he goes, "Oh, Kelcey, how are you?" Da, 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 da. And I'm like,
I do. Just pop in whenever.
No, one time
You're
I
a part of this thing at this point.
One time I popped in to give you chips.
Yeah.
And I could feel his energy.
You could feel the energy, like you threw him off.
Yeah. Wouldn't want to throw him off.
You can come throw him off. It's okay. I got your back. I got your back. We
Gary
appreciate
has
you
no
hosting.
idea what he's coming back to when he gets back in town next week.
come on in.
Get ready, Gare Bear.
Yep. Appreciate you hosting.
Of course. I always love coming on and talking with you, especially when we get to talk about things that you like.
Good times, good times. Hope y'all have a great weekend.
Go outside, enjoy the sun, celebrate life because life is precious. Show gratitude this weekend because we love thanking for what we have. Life is really good. Memphis is beautiful this weekend. Go have fun with your families because family is important.
Put it on a poster. Put it on a poster, period. Y'all have a good weekend.